Coming up on Half Mile of Hell.
Well, yeah, he doesn't go up. That's why he's on leaders. I told him.
Rio figured that we brought the wrong outriding horse, and that outriding horse doesn't go up to the barrel, and he stopped.
You bugger.
What?
You were outriding.
I was so mad.
You're killing me.
That's as tight as I know I've ever been. I mean scary tight. I've never been that tight in my frickin' life.
It's first night of Ponoka is always good entertainment.
Pack up and hit the road. Ride hard and play harder. Watch your back and don't give an inch. And whatever you do, don't make a mistake. Because you're about to ride the Half Mile of Hell.
Thanks, Dave.
The Ponoka Stampede is stop number 5 on the chuckwagon circuit. In this 6-day event, drivers will chase down $170,000 in prize money.
Go to the rail, Dad!
See the pegs? In? Yeah. 6 feet right on, both of them.
A new piece of equipment turns up for this event. A flag and 2 tent pegs fixed to the back of each wagon. When the horn goes, the Outriders now throw the barrel and the pegs before jumping on their horses. So 2 more Outriders join each wagon, making the infield a very busy and dangerous place.
It's, I think every wagon driver kind of is like, oh God, here we go again kind of thing.
There's less room for the Outriders when the horn blows, and there's a lot more horses on the track, obviously, so you got more obstacles to drive around, and so just a lot more to deal with mentally, and just not as much room on the racetrack.
Here, Outriders come at a premium, and driver Neil Walgenbaugh finds himself short 1 cowboy. It's time to call in a marker.
Where's my outriding helmet? Neil's in a bind, so I said it right.
Jim Nevada is one of a few cowboys who continue to outride even after they start driving. He's done both since 1984.
You got an extra stick?
But Nevada's willingness to take on the extra work may cost him for one simple reason.
Because last year I retired from outriding.
And Nevada's wife, Kim, has no idea that her husband's retirement is already shot.
All the guys that have driven, they quit outriding and their careers went up, 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 and Jimmy's just kind of stayed like this. So I thought, no, you have to concentrate more on your chuckwagon outfit. And so we had that discussion many times, and then last year at Stampede, he said to me, I want to be 40, I'll hang it up. He hung up his helmet and he said, that's it, I'm not outriding.
In order to compete for the $500,000 in prize money at next year's Calgary Stampede, Nevada must finish the season no lower than 22nd. Going into Ponoka, he's flirting with the cutoff at 18th. His additional workload will go unchallenged, at least until the weekend, when Kim arrives to see him on an outriding horse.
What's she gonna say when she sees it?
We'll find out. It won't be good, though.
It's a totally different deal. The horses all react differently.
It's first night of Ponoka is always good entertainment.
There's a hole in here, all Outriders, good job, mount up, Cowboys, look down.
Jim Nevada takes heat number 5 and will go on to finish 12th on the night. It's a quick change back at the barns and onto a horse for Walgenbaugh's heat.
Kelly Sutherland alongside. And Theo Walgenbaugh, horse over the wire.
Walk in the park. Old times.
The expected chaos on night number 1 fails to materialize until Mark Sutherland's heat. Rio King is at the back of the wagon. As Dina and Kira Sutherland watch from the stands, Rio's horse stalls. It cuts too early and knocks over a barrel. It's a costly 2-second penalty that pushes Mark from 11th to 28th.
I said him to bring bat, not cat. Well, yeah, he doesn't go up. That's why he's on leaders. I told him.
Rio figured that we brought the wrong outriding horse, and that outriding horse doesn't go up to the barrel, and he stops. And when he stopped, he just swung and knocked over our barrel and gave us 2 seconds. But
what is Mark doing? Why did he want to put Cat back there? That is the worst thing you can do. I told him that's why he's up front.
Stand on the short barrel.
No, I said, we went through the list today, and I said to use bat, not cat. Some idiot put bat in there, or cat in there.
That was Kelly and Mark Salt.
I told him bat. He stopped right in front of everybody, screwed everybody up. I said bat.
But they said bat ain't been rode in forever. They didn't want him tying up. I'm just telling you where they're coming from.
I'm just telling you where I'm coming from. Just brutal.
Back at the barns, Mark is also fuming, and he's not about to cut his star outrider any slack.
I had a good run. The horses worked well, but one of them guys had trouble behind. I don't know. Imagine it was the outrider, the horse's fault, not the outrider's fault. It usually is.
When the night is done, Rio heads back to the barns to explain his failure to his driver.
Where's Mark at? After taking a 2-second penalty for knocking over a barrel, outrider Rio King heads to Mark Sutherland's barn to find out what went wrong and why his advice went unheeded. Little last-minute change there, or what?
Can't take him or what?
No, that's why he's on leaders. That kid was hitting him on the ass the whole way up there. I mean, yeah, folding like that, running into guys, brutal.
I'd run it out of broke horses.
Yeah, well.
It's just getting into a time of year where we got no days off. We got a lot of running to do, and there's big money here, but there's bigger money at the next show, and and you just got to try to manage your horses. And I just made a mistake, and I thought Rio could get by, and he didn't, and it cost me.
The penalty is one of several that will plague Sutherland all week, and he'll come out of Ponoka empty-handed. But there's good news on this day, as a minor miracle quietly returns to the chuckwagon community. Outrider Kyle Lawrence. At the very first event of the season, Kyle was run over by a chuckwagon. An accident no one thought he'd survive.
From what I hear, I guess I'm lucky to be walking and talking, but...
He's been out for a month with a concussion and will have to watch the rest of the season from the chutes.
The doctors and physiotherapists say it's all supposed to come back, so I'm looking forward to getting back on the track.
The next morning, driver Colt Cosgrave and outrider Jason Lemieux join a handful of other drivers at a rodeo. The participants, a group of eager young cowboys and cowgirls.
It's equipment and things and stuff, but you look like you can do it. Okay, sure. Come on over here.
Chad is 13 years old. He has cerebral palsy. He's confined to a wheelchair. Doesn't let it slow him down, though. He has lots of fun, whatever he does.
We just took some of the kids out in the infield, and they had a few horses and pony rides, and had a couple little instruments set up there, and little rope and dummies, and had a little wagon for them and take them on a wagon ride, and it was a pretty good day.
Cool. You're gonna have a good day, sweetheart. Like your hat.
There we go. Nice smile. You need to give some of your time back to the communities that you go to.
It's a fun morning for all, and a chance for the drivers to think outside the chuckwagon box. Even a little rain can't wash the smiles off the drivers' faces, or the kids.
It's nice to have something like this that involves the kids and gets them to feel special for a day.
He's a pretty good little kid. I think he had a lot of fun today and got himself a trophy at the end, and we roped a few calves and rode a couple horses, and I think we had fun.
There's a horn, quick start, Outriders hustle up, here comes Shane Carter off the number 3 barrel.
Day 2 of the Ponoka Stampede sees tighter races for a nearly sold-out grandstand. Jim Nevada is on a roll. He wins his heat and finishes 12th again on the day. Then he's off to ride for Neil Walgenbaugh in a race that's shaping up to be a battle of titans. Walgenbaugh, Sutherland, Dorchester, and Glass. 4 drivers who turn fast and run hard.
There's a horn in there off Neil Walgenbaugh. Quick up that number.
Neil Walgenbaugh grabs the lead. Glass takes the rail behind him, 3 wide with Dorchester and Sutherland. They stay that way around the entire track until the 4th turn, where things get uncomfortably tight.
It's getting a little snug in the 4th turn, but Neil Walgenbaugh does not care. The
When the dust clears, Walgenbaugh wins the heat, and Troy Dorchester is tagged with a wagon interference penalty against Jason Glass. But Dorchester argues that he was pushed there by Kelly Sutherland, and Troy aims to do something about it. The speed and aggression of chuckwagon racing has come to a head on night number 2. The finger has been pointed at Troy Dorchester, and Troy is livid.
As soon as we got into the 4th turn, it frickin' all got tight again. Like, I mean scary tight. I've never been that tight in my frickin' life. Jay's yelling at me and I'm yelling at Kelly, get the F over.
Kelly Sutherland sees the race differently.
My estimation, I left room for the 2 guys to run, so I'm not sure what happened. There was interference, I think, with him and Jason.
Dorchester files a written protest with the judges. He must explain why the penalty should be on Sutherland and not himself. In the thick of the disagreement is Jim Nevada. On top of driving and outriding in this event, he is also a race director. Nevada will deliver the protest to the judges and await their decision.
Squeeze us like that.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
While the judges deliberate, Troy pleads his case to Jason Glass.
It happens once in a while, but mostly you can holler and guys will back out and move over and give you a little bit of room, but it never seemed to happen tonight. It was tight all the way around the racetrack.
Hopefully they change the call to him, because I feel I never had no option to do what I had to do. I mean, Jason even said too, it's the tightest he's ever been, and that's the tightest I know I've ever been.
Right
there.
Yeah.
See what, right? So we got to give it to outside.
He's banging his leader over there. Yeah, but he banged him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Caused him to go down. Right?
Yep. Kelly hit him.
Jim Nevada delivers the news to the Dorchester camp.
They drop.
They?
Give it to Kelly.
Yeah. He moves on to find Kelly Sutherland.
First thing about this job is 99% of the time they take it out on the messenger, and guess what? I'm the messenger. Kelly, Troy protested that call at 2 seconds interference. Just a messenger. So they
Nevada leaves Sutherland to consider his options, but the judge's decision has been made.
Oh, well, I mean, once it's called, it's called. He can't do nothing, because they've reviewed it, so no sense protesting it.
It's been a good show so far
for 41-year-old driver Jim Nevada. After finishing 12th the first 2 nights, he's poised for another good run. With his barn hand watching from the infield, Nevada is quick out of the barrels.
Sound of the horn, the charge is underway. The stones and poles are in already. Here comes Buddy Bensmiller, Majestic RV World. I told you we'd change his luck. Go, Buddy, go, Majestic RV World. Smokes him into that first turn.
He runs neck and neck with Buddy Bensmiller, right to the wire.
5 years coming at you. Here comes Jim Nevada from the outside. Doesn't have the speed you need. Buddy Bensmiller's going to hang on to this one by a horse length. Jim Nevada will be second. Doug Irvine, you got company. He's third by a horse length, and Lane McGilvery fourth.
Back at the barns, the Nevada camp learns they've done better than pretty good. They have the 3rd fastest time of the night and Nevada's best finish of the season.
High five the whole room. Great.
That's good. It took us this long to figure some horses out. Now we just got to work on keeping them sound and healthy and work on them every day.
Fired up by his good fortune, Nevada uses his position as race director to cause a bit of mischief.
What am I rating?
To the WPCA judging officials, I wish you to address that an incident occurred between Jason Glass and I. I would like him to be fined for conduct unbecoming of a cowboy. On the 3rd turn of tonight's race, Jason Glass told me I was fat. Can you please take care of this matter? Troy Dorchester. That's good enough. Yeah. Can you do a little joke with me for Tommy Glass because he's the protest guy? Come over with me on a protest? And I got Hannah.
Sure. Who, you want me to give the protest?
Yeah. Don't get mad.
Huh?
Don't get mad.
What do you mean, don't get
Will you?
You could have just put Porky.
Okay, well, we can change that.
With straight faces, the protest is delivered to race judge Tom Glass, Jason's father.
1 second.
It's a night to remember. 3rd place overall, another successful ride for Neil Walgenbaugh, and a practical joke to boot. It could get better, but then Jim Nevada would have to take on just one more thing, and even he wouldn't be silly enough to do that. It's day 4 at the Ponoka Stampede. All week, Jim Nevada has been driving his own wagon and outriding for Neil Walgenbaugh. The last thing any driver would need to do now is take on another job. But that's just what Nevada has done.
You gotta drive Vegan's outfit. He's hurt, so he asked me to drive his outfit, so I have to drive his and drive mine, and then I gotta outride.
Driving someone else's horses isn't easy. Thoroughbreds are high-spirited, and knowing how they respond is critical to driving them safely.
It's like getting into someone else's vehicle. You don't know how it drives.
Without knowing just how his new team will run, Nevada could have his hands full.
You gotta hold him off the top, or does he just go up straight?
He'll go up straight. It depends, like, how far off you are, though, eh? Like, I point him more towards the barrel than not.
Okay. Are the Outriders out there yet? Yep. Okay.
Jim's as good a driver as there is, and he's always willing to help the guy out if he can, eh?
Here's the charge, a leap to the top end. Jim Nevada with T1 Telcom, quick on that one barrel, skin it tight. Jimmy, get out there to hurdle. Never drove that outfit before in his life. Kubota dealer Shane Carter right alongside as they go at it. 1 and 2 into that 1 and 2 turns. And then in behind those 2 skins. Jim Nevada, T1 Telcom by a wagon length. Look at this race here. It's going to be Darcy and Shane.
Nevada wins the heat for Vegan, but there's no time to celebrate. He needs to hustle back to his own wagon.
And?
All right. See ya.
Thank you.
There's a horn in and they're off in a hurry. Good start, Jim Nevada Bell. Get him out there on that track off the 3-barrel, because here comes Buddy Benz Miller, two-wheeling off the 1-barrel Majestic Army. Streaks to the lead, and here comes Jim Nevada. It ain't over till it's over. Lane McGilvery, Jim Nevada. It's going to be Jim Nevada by a nose. Lane McGilvery second. Buddy Benz Miller third, and Doug Irvine rolls into be fourth.
It's a win, but his time is slow. So a 27th place finish is the best he can do.
Okay, I gotta borrow it.
Another quick change, and it's back to the track.
Kind of jammed him at the top a little bit. What? Thanks.
When Jim finally returns to his barn, Kim is waiting, and it finally looks like the jig is up.
You're so bad. Your helmet is out there. You were out riding.
Jimmy, who are you riding for tomorrow? I'll go get it.
You bugger.
What?
You were out riding. I was so mad. And then there was tonight. Driving, out riding. But you know what? He's at his best. Like, he's game on when he does that stuff. So he secretly loves it. You're killing me.
What?
You're killing me.
You better not want to saw it go.
For some drivers, doing better means doing less. For Jim Nevada, it could very well be the opposite. He will finish 9th in Ponoka, gaining 3 places in the world standings. Maybe that's where the proof lies. Or maybe it's the fact that Jim Nevada really believes he can do it all when it's game on. Coming soon on Half Mile of Hell.
This is what they call the show. It's every wagon guy's Stanley Cup final.
I'm pretty proud because he is the greatest competitor of all time in chuckwagon racing.
Sponsors, they help out not only sponsoring the wagon, they bring back food every night, beer and wine.
Come on, girls! Are you ready to see some chuckwagon racing tonight? Off into Tommy Dorchester, $50,000 dash for cash. 4 black-shirted Outriders. Better hope they mounted Secretariat tonight. He's on a mission. The thunder is rolling for you tonight, cowboy. He opens them up another notch. Come on, Outriders, ride on hard. He's looking back. He's got a feeling he's got her captured. Reg Johnstone United Petro by 2.